Canada's Brem Allen had a first-round score in the semifinals, 7,350 points. We saw some really nice tricking from Brem Allen, some beautiful 720-degree turns, both directions, really fluid turns in the preliminary round. We'll see if Brem can improve on that beautiful 7,350-point score he's currently got in his seeding for the semifinals here.
This says it's turned out. Oh, wait. Maybe this. And if you protest and say that that time, I'll call it back and think about it. Then that opens up. Yeah, I don't know. Sort of thing. You know what I mean? Try that. I know what you're doing. Yeah. She can actually, if you could, the guy in the shed over there is the one that's controlling protest. Thanks. Say, listen, we timed it and it's way out of.
Next on the water, Brem Allen's from Canada. First pass coming up, looks like coming up.
Okay, I'm losing track here, but Connor Rogers is done now. It's from Canada, Brem Allen. Brem Allen from Canada, coming out of a 7,300-point run in the first round. He's capable of getting much more than that. He's outside the way. He's got some beautiful, beautiful turns. There's the toe up, nice and clean, coming in the course. Waiting for the, here you go, looks like the 5 to the back. Yep, a little off axis today. There's a 5 to the front, right into the next 5 to the back. 5 to the front, very clean. These are no doubt tricks. Step to the back, step to the front. Beautiful. He's going to the reverse step to the back in time. Brem Allen, great stand-up pass for Brem Allen.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, and what we saw in the preliminary round, some of the nicest 720 turns I've seen. Really good turning posture. Does a great job keeping the feet underneath, managing that handle. And on this next pass, I expect we're going to see those 7s. Those 540 turns that he did were so continuous in all directions. It was almost, you really had to pay attention to what he was doing because there was no pause even between the 540 turns. He just kept turning all the way down the lake.
I think he might have got close to, maybe even close to 5,000 points on that pass. We'll see. Those step turns are worth quite a few points. So Brem Allen, team 3,850 for the first pass for Brem Allen. 3,850 first pass. I think perhaps he might have got no credit on a trick or two there. I don't know why, but the line steps are worth quite a few points. And those 540s all look pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think if it were anything, Richard, that last line step turn, I heard the alarm go off. That would have been the only thing I would have seen. Maybe they thought it wasn't in time. The second line step, the first line step turn definitely in time, but the second one,
perhaps
about the time he stepped over. I thought he probably got his foot over and down when the alarm went off, but it's a fraction of seconds depending on when they started the timer in the boat. So that would have been it for me if they chopped anything. That's about the only thing I saw, and it would be a time, not an execution call.
It's pretty easy for us to judge here in the announcer's town. We're not in the boat with the wind blowing and all the adrenaline flowing, but we're much appreciate the judges and what they do here for us. Brem Allen coming in second pass, coming in backwards. We're gonna look for some back-to-back 7s, back-to-back 3s, getting settled in the curl. Here comes the very first turn of the run. There it is. It's the back-to-back 7. Beautifully executed. Reverse back-to-back 7. He's got that. Back-to-back 3. Reverse back-to-back 3. 1 foot turn to the front. Beautiful. 1 foot turn to the back. Makes that one. Reverse turn to the front on 1 foot. Brem Allen. Great run. Team Canada. You got to be proud of that.
Yeah. Brem Allen is such a good skier. That guy, the way he turns is, there's nothing sloppy about it. It's just very... it's artistic, the way he turns. He just executes everything so clean and beautiful. Those back-to-back 720s, I didn't have any doubt in my mind that they were so fluid and continuous. Full credit in my eyes. he's such a good skier with those turns that consistent too from round to round. I mean,
So provisional score 7,950 for Brem Allen, 7,950 up this score from the first round. Great job for Brem Allen. I think we got a score out of the scorer's trailer now of 77-30 for Peter O'Neill. So I think it's 7-7-30 out of the scorer's trailer for Peter O'Neill. Still waiting on a scorer's verification on a Brett Sands run. But right now, we have on the water, we're taking a step up. Now we're getting to a 10,000-point run from the preliminary round for Ben Groen from New Zealand. So here we go, Ben Groen in the water from New Zealand. This is Ben Groen's profession. This is all he does. He lives this, breathes this sport 24/7 all year long. He's shown us that in the first round, 10,430-point run. Ben Groen rolling over for the back deep, looking to make a spot in the finals, which looks pretty good right now just from his preliminary round score. So he's got the opportunity here to push it out a little further. He's coming into the course forwards, looking for his turn. There it is. We've got the 540 package here with the 4 540s. He is just doing these perfectly. There is no doubt about these turns. Step to the back, 360 step, 720 step, 1 foot. Here we go for a step to the back and a hop. Man, he fooled me on that. I thought he was doing a step 3. He did a step 7, the first one we've seen in this World Championships.
Yeah, Benny Groen, that 720 was smooth too. That was continuous. That was a really pretty turn, very proficient. Those 5s were, stellar. He just had a great run there. He's setting himself up for another 10,000 plus here with that run.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pass. I think Ben Groen, he's thinking, I'm in the finals. I got nothing to lose here. I'm going to pull out my big run. A 720 line step turn. Very rarely have we seen that. I don't recall ever seeing somebody even attempt it at a World Championships. So Ben Groen may have been the first one to attempt it.
We've got updated score for Peter O'Neill. We had a provisional 7,400. We got posted. They actually increased the score by 300 points, so 7,730 points for Peter O'Neill. Congratulations, Pete.
Did you say 7,230? I need some clarification. That's 7,200? Okay, I had to get double clarification, and I hope I don't mispronounce this, but what I heard from the boat, this is preliminary in my ears, I heard that it was a 7,200-point run for Ben Groen on his first pass.
Yeah, that's what I heard, Richard. 7,230 is the number that I heard over the radio.
That is the biggest single run that I've ever heard being called over the radio. Ben Groen, probably the biggest single pass of this tournament so far, 7,230 points. He's coming in the course in the toe-up. He's got a big smile on his face. I think he knows he did well there. He's going for the toe hold. This is going to be a feet. He's doing his big run today. That's Ben Groen, toe back, toe front, feet to feet. He nailed it. There's a 1-foot turn to the back. He's going into the 720 back-to-back, reverse 7 back-to-back. Ben Groen's on fire here. This is the back front line step 540. Almost nails it. Wow. Ben Groen, New Zealand, on fire.
Yeah.
Pulling out all the stops.
Ben Groen is on fire. Somebody put him out. That was unbelievable. Another fantastic run there with the multiple turns, the line step turns. Like you said, Richard, he saw what was scored up to this time. He's sitting on 10,000 plus. Knows he's in the finals, so why not throw stuff in, man? This is a practice round for the finals for Ben Groen.
This is very close to probably a personal best for Ben Groen. Give him a big round of applause. Ben Groen, probably the first ever I know that's executed a 720 line turn at a World Championships. That's potentially up over the 10,000 point level. I don't know what the scoring was going to end up, but he may end up with a PB right there. So a provisional score for Ben Groen is 11,930.
That's what I heard,
that?
Richard.
It might be,
That's what I heard. 11,930 for Ben Groen.
That 540 line turn that he fell on, that was in time there, Gus, that would have put him over the world record.
Yeah, and let us not forget, Ben Groen tricked 12,080 at the 2018 PGA season opener this year. So that's not the ceiling for him. He's been up over 12,000.
Let's move on. I mean, it's an exciting run for Ben Groen, but right now on the water from Australia, we have Keenan Derry. Keenan Derry is going to come in the course with the front toe start. He's coming in from coming off a 10,500 point run in the preliminary round. Keenan Derry.
Yep, Keenan been up over 11,000 a number of times. Let's see if he can chase Ben Groen here.
There's the toe up, coming in, looking to start this clock on the first turn. There it is to the back. This is the 540 package, the 4.5s that we see a lot of these guys do. Keenan Derry's just turning nonstop, no hesitation. There's a line 3. Coming right out of those 4.5s into a line 3, caught the toe when he got to the front.
Yeah, he did it. Got a little forward on the finish on that line step to the front. Good solid turns prior to that, but for Keenan Derry, he's already in the finals as well with that 10,500 point score he put up the other day. That's going to get him in the finals. So this is a practice run for finals for Keenan Derry.
So that's a 3,600 point run, Keenan Derry first pass. But three more skiers after this to go, I guess, Gus. We got Keith St. Ange, USA, Jackson Gerard, USA, and then rounding out the field is going to be David Small from Great Britain. So this is a pretty exciting semifinals in the Open Men's Tricks. These are big scores we've been seeing. Brett Sands looks like a personal best. Ben Groen very close to his personal best, and Innovator here with that 720 line turn. It's been pretty exciting so far.
Yeah, looking at the scores at David Small, 13,350. That's a pending world record he skied in the previous round. So we just heard Richard announce a day or two ago the new record that Jackson Gerard had set at the U.S. National Championships 2 weeks ago. David Small just posted a number, beyond that, over 13,000. So it's going to get really interesting here. I'm sure it's not the last pending world record we're going to see on these perfect water conditions that we've had all week. We've got the finals to look forward to, and that's where everything's thrown out on the table. So going to be fun. Come on out and watch it live here at Dream Lake in Napanee, Ontario. If you can't make it, follow the action online.
We got Keenan Derry. You got 3,600 in his first pass. He'd have to go 7,000 plus to better his score from the preliminary round. He's probably capable of that, to put something together, but he's coming in backwards now. Back pass, Keenan Derry from Australia. Here you go, Team Australia. He is outside the wake. He's going to come in backwards. And here we go on the first trick. This is the 720 back-to-back. Reverse 7 back. No, there's a back-to-back. He's got it, fell out of his turns and sequence a bit. There's a front 3 line 3 reverse, line step to the back, step to the front, reverse step to the back, step to the front. He's doing all the big tricks. Keenan Derry, Team Australia, not what he was planning today. Great stand-up pass, fought through it. Big hand for Keenan Derry.
That was a great run for Keenan. A lot of step turns in that one. What a strong skier. There were times where he stepped over the rope and had one foot up on the table, one in the curl, and it didn't even phase him. He just kept going into the line step turns. There was no skiing back out into the curl and doing the next trick. He just stepped off the table and back down into the curl. That was really impressive skiing for Keenan Derry.
No, he held it together there. And, you know, he did a variety of tricks, but one of the only skiers we see that's done all, both line 360s, all 4 line turns in the same pass as a sequence, doing all the multiple turns. So we're going to see Keenan Derry in the finals of this open men's tricks. He's getting in there from his first round score. And we look forward to seeing him push his personal best in the finals.
Next skier on the water is going to be Keith St. Ange, USA. And you were mentioning earlier, Richard, about guys that do the
provisional score, Keenan Derry, 76.50 for this semifinal round.
Yeah, Richard. So you had mentioned talking about Ben Groen's 720 line step. The next 3 guys, Keith St. Ange, Jackson Gerard, David Small, can all do that 720 line step.
Well, they may be able to do it, but we just saw Ben Groen do it live in front of us at a World Championships.
Well, let's see what we got here. I don't think that's the last guy we've seen do it here. So let's feast our eyes on the water and see what these boys are about to throw out at us here.
You bet, you bet. United States, Team USA, let's hear it. Keith St. Ange is on the water for your team. You need every point you can get. Keith is out there to push your team score. So Keith is getting up on the front toe start. There it is. Toe up, beautifully executed. He's going to start with some toe turns, and there it is, the toe to the back, toe to the front. And here we're going into that 540, the 4.5s. He's just spinning fast today, no doubt on these. There's a reverse 5 to the front, 1 foot turn to the back, turn to the front, tick-tocking these, turn to the back, turn to the front, side slide. Ooh, had time after the side slide today. That was a beautiful stand-up pass for Keith St. Ange.
Those toe turns were really smooth, feet to feet both ways. And my observations, the 1 foot turns that I've seen at the tournament this week, a lot of spray, people skiing those kind of defensively. Those were the nicest 1 foot turns I've seen there's no spray. He stayed right over that foot, kept the free foot right dialed up in front of him, didn't get it cocked out to the side and spread open at, get the V crotch thing going. He kept his thighs real parallel there in the turn, and I think that was the nicest 1 foot turns I've seen here yet.
Yeah, those are beautiful. Let's see if we got the Brett Sands for you. So we're just going to double check and see if we've got any confirmation out of the scores booth. We're still kind of waiting for the Brett Sands score to refresh on our screen. And Ben Groen, of course, that scores has gone in the trailer. That's going to probably take a little bit of time to really verify, but we're still looking to maybe get Brett Sands. That may be going to video. That may be the issue on that one.
Yeah, we did see Brem Allen's score. Brem Allen of Canada, he got bumped up. He's at 81.50 right now, the top posted score.
So Keith St. Ange, first pass, 6,700 points. 6,700 points. And, so we've got Brem Allen at 81.50 as the lead score right now. We're still waiting for Brett Sands from Australia. We still got Ben Groen, of course, to come in. Keith St. Ange, 6,700 on pass number 1. I think it's probably very similar to the score he got in the first pass yesterday.
I'll tell you, and there's a reason right there to ski well in the preliminary rounds. You look at Keenan Derry with 76.50 today. Brem Allen actually put up a higher score. So, but because Keenan Derry put up 10,000 in the preliminaries, that's going to save him.
You bet. Here
again,
comes
there's-
Keith St. Ange in the course backwards. Looks like he's going to enter backwards. He did a back deep. What's the first trick going to be? Maybe a 7. He's lifting the foot up. That's a back-to-back, a 1 foot, 360. There's a 720 back-to-back, reverse 7 back-to-back, back to front. Looking for a line 3 here. There you go, feet to feet. Keith St. Ange, the reverse line back, 1 for 1 foot hop. Step to the front, turn to the back, turn to the front.
Yeah, he's fired up with that.
He's fired up.
Keith St. Ange, beautiful stand-up pass there. USA.
He hanging onto the handle both passes for somebody of that level that guarantees them. They're right up there in the 11, 12,000 point level. Keith St. Ange very happy with that pass.
That might be the most excited I've ever seen Keith St. Ange after a run. Was talking to his dad Claude last night, telling me how shy and quiet Keith has been growing up, and boy, watching him get excited over there, that gives you goosebumps. Boy, he is pumped up. That was a heck of a run.
That was definitely a heck of a run for Keith. Starting it out with a 1 foot 360, a back-to-back 1 foot 360 to open the run up, and then going straight into every trick and just going faster and faster as you get down the course. I think he got a little more tricking in there than he normally gets. So following him up here on the dock now, I think we have the current world record holder in the men's division, Jackson Gerard. Okay, no second pass provisional there. They had didn't quite get where the time ended on it, so they're gonna get that in the scorers trailer for us. But we'll just provisionally, I guess, have to say, Gus, that's definitely probably about what he did yesterday, or perhaps a little bit higher than the 11,750.
Yeah, right now it's kind of unfolding. We don't know what's going to happen with the last 2 skiers on the water, but the way it's going, the last 3 skiers, it's looking Ben Groen, Keenan Deary, and Keith St. Ange are all going to move on to the finals, be my projection.
Okay, in the water now, your current world record holder, Jackson Gerard, 12,850 points is his number. And he skied a few weeks ago at the U.S. Nationals. $12,200 in the elimination round of this event. Well, Jackson Gerard, Team USA, coming in, beautiful toe up, effortless, early on in the course. We're going to see him come in with some toe turns, and there it is, loading up, turn to the back, turn to the front. The reverse turn to the back, turn to the front. He's skiing fast today, 1 foot to back, 1 foot front. He's doing the 540 to the back, 540 to the front. He's skiing all over. There's the reverse. He got pulled out on that reverse 5, fell out the front. He was tracking side to side in that curl today, Gus.
I saw the exact same thing, Richard. He was skiing wide outside the wake, and then he was skiing up on the edge of the curl, and he was drifting left and right. He kept did a great job maintaining. It didn't seem to bother him a whole lot, but at the end it kind of caught up with him. It looked like
he did a great job. He was doing 540s on the drift, side to side, and they were executed very well. But that reverse 540 to the back just caught when he got to the front.
Yeah, I think it was the one, he must have got heavy on his inside foot or something and drove himself out. And then it looked like when he started tricking that, when you get outside the wake, the tendency is to get pulled towards the wake. So I think he got up on the curl a little bit there.
Wow, we got a score, I believe, coming out of the boat of 5,500 for the first pass for Jackson. That's a huge score for a fall, like at that point of the run.
Yeah, that's a good score. The best first pass score we saw today was that 7,230 point pass for Ben Groen of New Zealand, and then Keith St. Ange, we just saw that 6,700 point pass. So 5,500 for Jackson Gerard on pass number 1. That's that positions him pretty well to have one of the top scores here coming out of the semifinals.
Oh, no doubt. He's got 6,000 plus per run in him. you know, he's still capable of hitting a 12,000 point run today. Maybe even higher than that. I mean, he did a 14,000 point run at the U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, you know, you kind of expect certain things, but I got to be honest. In the back of my mind, I keep staring at this 8,150 point score of Brem Allen, and I'm just tapping my foot on the floor. Not, you know, with all the things that have happened here, not knowing how things are going to unfold. You know, I'm not going to be a betting man and make any guarantees on how this is going to play out. So here we go. Jackson Girard on the water, pass number 2, USA.
There he is, coming in the course backwards, looking for that first turn. There it is. It looks like the 7 to the back, beautifully executed. Reverse 7 back to front, and really tricking fast. He did a quick back to front, and as he was coming to the front, lifted his foot for the line to the back, fell on that line, stepped to the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's going to come in, but just like I said, that was early in the pass. Top 3 scores from today are in, and then you got your next highest. So, you know, is it what we just saw out of Jackson?
Preliminary score for Jackson Girard, 7,900. That's 7,900 points. So, yeah, this is wide open right now. We're still waiting for a Brett Sands score. We're still waiting for, you know, confirmation of Ben Groen. But we had, you know, Keith St. Ange's score hasn't got the preliminary on it. I think we're going to see the top 3 in the 10,000-plus range today, but no guarantees, as you say, Gus.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now, the fate of Brem Allen lies in the hands of David Small is what I see. I see
it does.
I see Ben Groen with 11,930. Keith St. Ange with some change. Right now, or Keith St. Ange is definitely over double digits. He's 10,000 plus. Who knows where in there? But the next highest score right now is Brem Allen. So,
well, we keep in mind we do not have a score for Brett Sands yet, which was provisionally 8,500.
Oh, that's
Brett Sands, Brem Allen, we're not sure.
Yeah,
you know, preliminary score 8,500.
That's right. So
we're looking for Dave Small.
Could be Brett Sands. Could be Brett Sands. It's all in David Small's hand. He's going to determine who's in the finals here.
Yep. Right now, I guess you could say in the bubble we have either Brett Sands or Brem Allen, depending on David Small's tricking right now.
That's right. Yes, we are still waiting for a Brett Sands final score, but it was 8,500 provisional. And what we've seen here, it looks like if there's changes to the provisional, they have been tending upward, not downward in the trick event.
Yeah, so this is going to be maybe a bit of a wait and see at the, you know, after David Small's run is completed. But what a phenomenal semifinal round, and we can look forward to having a fantastic final round for sure. The David Small, Team GB, pending world record in the first round. Here we go, coming up backwards. That's the back deep. I think he's going to do a provisional turn to the front. Get relaxed, shake it out. Here it is, coming in the course. First trick's going to be a toe turn to the back. He goes toe back, toe front. This is the 540 package, I believe. Yep, 5 to the back. There's a 5 to the front. Reverse 5 to the back. Reverse 5 to the front. These are looking beautiful today. What's we got here now? 1 foot turns to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front. The tick-tocks, the back, and a hop. That's got to be in the high 6s, close to 7,000 points right there for David Small.
Yeah, beautiful run. Those toe front, the toe back, toe front, beautiful. The 4, 5, 40-degree turns were all just solid, good fluid. And again, like Keith St. Ange's 1 foot turns, did a great job keeping that foot underneath them and ticking those off. He did the basic and reverse 180 turns there on 1 foot. Finished her out standing, got everything it looked like he wanted to get in. So great pass for David Small. Set that pending world record, 13,350 in the preliminary rounds, and looks like he's on his way to putting up another big score here.
Yeah, he's very similar run to Keith St. Ange. We're going to peg that somewhere around 6,700 points probably. Very similar run. The toe turns, the fives, the 1 foot turns look like they're all in time. So 6,700. I think we heard that first pass score of a 6,000 even for David Small, 6,000 points even. So he may have got probably knocked down there on a trick or two. Looked like he had, close to 7,000 points in time. So 6,000 points. So he's, we're looking at him needing to amass at least 2,500 points in order, to knock Brett Sands potentially or Brem Allen out of the final.
Yeah, that's right. If he tricks over 8,500 total, that pretty much defaults to anybody that scored over 10,000 in the last round would make it in. So,
yeah. Dave Small, very stable skier. I mean, the toe start, there's 400 points coming in here. Pretty stable. I'm expecting to see Dave do a butt slide into the starting dock here. So there's the toe start. There's 400 points on the board right there. Here's a turn to the back. This is the first trick of the run is a back-to-back 7. He's got it. There's a reverse back-to-back 7. There it is. He's a couple more tricks. Line step. He's in the finals. There's the line step 3, 7. Going to the back. Line step 3, reverse. Line back, line front, 1 foot reverse.
Wow.
He did the line step 720. I'm not sure if it's credit or not, but if he got credit for that line 7, then he is just boosted his score. David Small, as my prediction, ski back to the start dock.
Yeah, great effort. David Small making it look easy. That was a phenomenal run. There are a lot of line step turns, nice multiple turns there to start it out, and that's gonna wrap it up. But boy, based on what I think we just saw the picture become pretty clear there. I think the top 3 out of this group are going to be Ben Groen, Keith St. Ange, and David Small is my projection. And then the top 2 scores from the previous round that would get in would be Jackson Gerard and Keenan Derry. That would be my 5 based on what I've seen here.
I think you're right here. Looks to me like those over 10,000 point runs will all be in the finals, but it was close. It was a bit testy there. Very close to having a Brett Sands or a Brem Allen make that top 5. We're still waiting to get some of those scores out of the scores trailer. We'll announce when the results have been posted, but I think all of these guys deserve a big round of applause for the skiing you've seen in the semifinal round from these open men's.
Yeah, great job, gentlemen. Quite a show you just put on. We look forward to seeing you in the finals. Tell you what, if I were a senior men's guy right now, I'd be a little nervous about Brett Sands skiing in the senior division with the score he just put up. That was a heck of a score, 8,500. And he's going to be skiing in the senior men's finals. So Brett is not done tricking. Good luck to you.
No doubt. So we're going to have a bit of a break here. We're going to go into the open women's jump, and we're going to follow it up by the open men's jump. So we're going to put some boats in the water, change boats, change crews, ropes, handles. We're going to use the required jump rope for the jump event. And we're going to be getting the video computer all set up. And so there's going to be a short break in the action here, and then it's going to be very, very exciting for the semifinals of the jump event. Looks like a provisional score for David Small of about 12,050, 6,050 on the second pass, 6,000 on the first pass. Again, that's a provisional score coming out of the boat. We'll have to wait and see how it all settles out. But anyway, what great skiing, and we look forward to in say maybe 20 or 30 minutes or a little more of a break having the jump event start. We're only at 10 o'clock in the morning here. We got plenty of time today. It's going to be an early day on the water for us.
Yeah, that 12,050 provisional for David Small shows you how tight this is going to be. We had that 11,930 from Ben Groen, and that's, do the math there. That's just about a 100-point difference between the two. We don't have a score for Keith St. Ange, but again, he had a 6,700-point first pass. That was the it was in between what David Small and Ben Groen had for the second best first pass score of that group. So, but it was a big second pass for Keith St. Ange. So we'll just stick it out and wait and hear what we got for the final scores for the Open Men Tricks finals, which we just watched. And as soon as those are posted, we'll let you know. As Richard said, we're moving on to the Open Women Jump semifinals.